One of the great privilege that I have is speaking to youth groups or students in a classroom, and I enjoy that very much. Hey guys, Bruce with Cross Country 3. Speaking to the young people of our generation is certainly a privilege and an honor. It's a joy. It's a joy to learn from them what they're going through in life today. It's quite an experience to hear the experiences that they're going through in life. I know that when I'm providing any kind of instruction, life teaching, or life skills at all, I know I like to address the area of responsibility. Responsibility. You know, it's pretty easy in today's day and age to blame someone else. And I believe oftentimes our young people, our students today, are tempted and maybe even called on to not take responsibility for their actions, but instead to blame someone else. Always blaming someone else can certainly lead you, anyone, especially our youth, down a bad road. And that ultimately leads to an unhappy community and an unhappy student, young man, young woman. And unhappiness is not a place to be. God has designed life so that you can take delight in Him and what He has destined you to be or called you to be. So why go around blaming someone or something else? Go ahead and take responsibility. Take responsibility for your words, for your actions. Own up, in other words. Own up to that which you've done or that which you've said, and then you begin to grow from there. You know, the Bible tells us that God is opposed to the proud, but He gives grace to the humble. Well, it takes humility to admit that you've made a mistake. It takes some humility to own up to your own words and actions. Own up to them. Confess them before God. And even if, and maybe especially if you've got that kind of complaining, whining spirit, confess that to God. Give it over to God. Say, God, I'm sorry for being a whiner and a complainer and for blaming things on other people. Today, I'm going to take responsibility, and from now on, I'm going to own up to my actions. That's a great place to begin for any student, for any youth group, for any classroom. We could all learn that lesson today, adults and young people. So how about you? Have you learned to take responsibility for your actions? Until next time, Godspeed.